Gad.
Oh Math Gad guys, welcome to today's video in which we're going to be solving problems in the coordinate plane. Specifically, we're going to be solving this quadrilateral right here. We're going to be using the formulas we previously know from previous courses in order to solve the questions that were being asked. So let's begin. Okay guys, so in today's video, as you can see, we are being asked what is the perimeter of JKLM, which is the quadrilateral that we see on the coordinate plane up there. We're being asked also what are the slopes of the sides, what is the midpoint of JKLM, and we're also being asked what type of quadrilateral is JKLM. Okay guys, so the first question is, what is the perimeter of JKLM? Now, in order to find the perimeter, we have to remember that we have to find the length of the sides. So we have to find JK, we have to find ML, right, which are the two sides right here. We have to find KL, and we have to find JM, which are the upper and the lower sides, right? In order to find the perimeter, we're gonna find the formulas for distance in each and every one of these sides, and then we're gonna add them to get the perimeter. Now, let's begin with the first side. So let's calculate JK. Now, you guys have to remember that the formula for distance is equal to the square root of y2 minus y1 to the power of 2 plus x2 minus x1 to the power of 2. Now, your point 1 and your point 2 are really going to be arbitrary, right? So if we do JK, then we're gonna find that that is the square root of 6, which is going to be y2, minus 3, which is going to be y1, plus x2, which is 3, minus 2, which is x1, and that raised to the power of 2. And now this is the process that we're going to repeat for every single side. So the square root of 6 minus 3 to the power of 2 is 3 to the power of 2, plus 1 to the power of 2. And that is going to give us the square root of 10. Now let's try with LM. Now as you guys can see, we have y2 7 minus y1 4 to the power of 2, and x1 minus x2 minus x1 to the power of 2. And in this case, that is going to also give us the square root of 10, right? Now, we're also going to find KL, which is going to be y2 minus y1 plus x2 minus x1, and both raised to the power of 2. So 7 minus 6 to the power of 2 plus 7 minus 3 to the power of 2, right? And that is going to give us the square root of 1 to the power of 2, and then also 4 to the power of 2. And that is going to give us the square root of 17. Now let's try doing that with JM. And as you guys can see, this is also going to give us an answer of square root of 17. So what we can see is that JK actually has the same measurement as LM, and KL and JM also have the same measurement. Do you know that they have the same length? Now guys, we have to remember the initial question, which was finding the perimeter. Now the perimeter is going to be equal to the sum of all the sides. So it's going to be square root of 10 plus square root of 10 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 17, right? So this is going to be 2 square root of 10, right? And then this is going to be 2 square root of 17. Now, remember that we can actually leave it expressed as roots because those roots can no longer be further simplified, or we can say using decimals that this is approximately 14.57 units, right? So let's try doing part B. Now for part B, we're gonna find 4 slopes, the fourth of each one of these sides, right? Now we're gonna try to do that. and compare the slopes to see if actually m1 and m2 are the same, and m3 and m4 are also the same, right? So for m1, we're going to go y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 6 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 2, and that is going to give us an answer of 3 over 1, which is going to be 3. Now m2 is going to be 7 minus 4 divided by 7 minus 6, and that is going to give us an answer of 3 over 1 as well. So we know that m1 and m2 are parallel lines because their slopes are the same. Now let's find m3, which is going to be 7 minus 6 divided by 7 minus 3, which is going to be 1 divided by 4, right? And then let's find m4, which is going to be 4 minus 3 divided by 6 minus 2, which is also going to be 1/4. And again, because they both have the same slope, that basically means that we are going to have two parallel lines. So m1 and m2 are parallel, and m3 and m4 are also parallel, right? So this basically means that we can already solve that problem or question D, which says what type of quadrilateral is JKLM? Well, JKLM is going to be a parallelogram because we see that the opposite sides are parallel. So now we're being asked, what is the midpoint of JL and KM? Now, in order to do that, we're going to find the midpoint of JL, and then we're going to find the midpoint of KM, right? Now, we're going to use our midpoint formula. So, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So, the midpoint of JL, right, is going to be equal to 2 plus 7 divided by 2, and 3 plus 7 divided by 2, right? Now this is going to be 9 divided by 2, and 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So our midpoint of JL is going to be on point 9/2, or 4.5, 5. Now let's find the midpoint for KM. We're going to do exactly the same. We're going to add 3 plus 6 divided by 2, and 6 plus 4 divided by 2. So 3 plus 6 divided by 2 is going to be 9 over 2, and 6 plus 4, 10 over 2 is going to be 5. So as we can see, guys, both the midpoint of JL and the midpoint of KM are going to cut the diagonals in half, which means that this is going to be indeed a parallelogram, right? Because the diagonals are going to be split in half. And that's basically it for today, guys. So make sure that you review these basic formulas in order to be able to solve coordinate plane polygons. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Check out these other videos to improve your math skills, and make sure you click that subscribe button to make the community grow. Follow ohmathgad in its social media accounts, drop a like, a comment below, and see you on the next one. Bye!